Hi everyone, it's Mr. Baker here and we're doing another physics video, and today we're going to be looking at power. So today we're going to be looking at power and we're going to be answering this question: what is more powerful, a lion or a giraffe? Okay, so what do we mean by power? So power is the energy transferred in a given time. So something that transfers a lot of energy in a small amount of time would be very powerful. A light bulb, for example, might transfer 20 joules of energy every second, and we would say that that would be a 20-watt light bulb. How can we calculate power? So we can use one of two equations. So we can say that power equals work done over the time taken, where work done is measured in joules, time is measured in seconds, and power is measured in watts. But we can also say that power equals energy transferred divided by time taken as well, and that's because work done is energy transferred, and so we can use those two interchangeably depending on whether we're looking at the energy transferred from one thing to another or the work that's done on one thing. So let's have a look at an example. So here we've got a lawnmower doing 20 kilojoules of work in 20 seconds. Remember that a kilojoule is 1,000 joules, so we've got 20,000 joules of work being done in 20 seconds. What's the power of the engine? So the first thing you need to do is to write down the equation: power equals work done divided by time. So we've got 20,000 joules. Remember, you always need to convert it into joules, into the standard unit. So 20,000 divided by 20, and that would be 1,000 watts, or you might want to write it as 1 kilowatt. Okay, let's have a look at another one. So here we've got a car transfers 24 megajoules of energy in 4 minutes. What's the power of the car? So this is how they might make it a little bit trickier. Here we've got megajoules and we've got minutes. So we've got to convert those megajoules into joules, and we've got to convert those minutes into seconds. So 24 megajoules is 24 million joules. A megajoule is a million joules. And 4 minutes, we know that there's 60 seconds in every minute, so we'd have to convert that into 4 times 60 seconds. So here we've got power is work done over time, which is the same thing as the energy transferred over time. So we've got 24 million joules and 4 times 60 minutes, so that's 4 times 60 to find out the seconds. So we've got 24 million divided by 240, so we get 100,000 watts, or you could write that as 100 kilowatts. Right, so this is what you should be able to do then. You should be able to describe what makes an object powerful or not. You should be able to define what power is and be able to use the equation. And you should be able to compare the power of different objects to each other by finding out what they are and seeing how they compare. So let's have a look at this question then. We asked at the beginning, what's the most powerful, a lion or a giraffe? So let's see if we can work that out and compare those two. So what's more powerful, a lion or a giraffe? So the mass of a giraffe is 800 kilograms, typically, and the mass of a lion is about 190 kilograms, typically. The top speed of a giraffe is 14.4 meters per second. The top speed of a lion is 22.22 meters per second. So we can work out the amount of energy that they can transfer at one time, so that by looking at how much kinetic energy they might have. So the maximum kinetic energy a giraffe would have would be half times mass times speed squared. And if you can't remember how to work out kinetic energy, you might want to have a look at that video again. So we've got half times 800 times 14.4 squared, and the maximum kinetic energy of a lion would be half times 190 times 22.22 squared. So let's say that the lion is chasing the giraffe for 30 seconds without catching it. So out of those two, which is going to be transferring the energy over time being the most powerful? So we can see then that the power of the giraffe is going to be 82,944, so that's the kinetic energy, divided by the time 30 seconds, and the power for the lion is going to be 46,904 divided by 30. So the power for the giraffe is 2,765 watts, and the power for the lion is 1,563 watts. So that makes the giraffe the most powerful out of the two. So we've answered the question, what's the most powerful, the lion or a giraffe? And we found out that a giraffe is more powerful in this comparison that we've done today. And that's the end of this little clip on power. I've been Mr. Baker, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much.